Welcome back. Well, it is February, and that means tax day, April 15th, is not too far away. Time to start working on taxes. You might already be doing that. And nobody really enjoys preparing their taxes, but once they're prepared, for a lot of folks, there's going to be a refund. And so we're going to talk with Mark Matthews today from Edward Jones and get some ideas on what to do if you happen to get a refund. And more than a few bucks, but let's say you get a refund of a few $100s, what might be some good things to do with it? Mark, I'm thinking retirement right off the bat might be something good to contribute to.
Well, that's a good thought, and I think from the data I have, the average refund's about $3,000, which is a meaningful sum. So if that's the ballpark for someone, funding your IRA is always a wise thing to do. You can still fund 2024's IRA up until April 15th. So I know people that file their taxes, claim a contribution, and then make it once they get their money back after they file their taxes. IRS doesn't care. You can do that as long as you do it by April 15th. And if you've already done last year's contribution and maxed it out, 2025 is now up and running, and fund some of that, while you got the money available.
And speaking of contributing for some younger taxpayers especially, or maybe grandparents, they might want to contribute to the college education of a child or grandchild. They can do that too, right?
529 plan for child or grandchild. They only have so many years before they're going to be using that money. So the more you can put in early on and let it grow is certainly a good idea. And that's a great use, for those smaller ones in your family to fund that. The parents will certainly appreciate it, I can tell you that. And if a person's already dealt with IRAs or doesn't have 529s to fund, that ever-present emergency fund that we all should have is a great thing to put some money into.
What do you suggest for an emergency fund in terms of how many months, monthly expenses?
3 to 6 is pretty common. I mean, more if you can afford it, but 3 to 6 gives you a cushion of time in case there's a job loss or a change of jobs or something else that's just a surprise. If you own a house or have a vehicle or a machine, they're all going to break down sometime. You don't know when, but you can count on that, and having some money available to deal with those repair situations or replacements. It's always nicer to have something to draw from than to hit up your primary investments or have to borrow the money or something like that. That's
And just in the few seconds we have left, I guess another idea too would be if you've got some debt you need to knock down a little bit, this would be a good time to do that also, right?
Yeah. You figure whatever you pay down on a credit card debt that's at 20% interest, that's a pretty good return for each dollar that you can reduce it. So plenty of ways to find a way to take care of those refunds, put them to use, and use that brief windfall while it's fresh in your hands.
So Mark, if someone wants to visit with somebody from Edward Jones about that, how do they do that?
Yeah, the best way is just edwardjones.com, and you can search by zip code or city that's convenient for you to find out an advisor or 2 or 3 in your area and go from there.
Good deal. Mark, thank you very much. Appreciate it.